Okay, so today we're gonna make masks, no-sew masks, since we have to wear them when we go out to the supermarket and stuff. This is an easy way. They'll be washable, so you can reuse them. The first one we're gonna do, if everybody has a t-shirt, we're going to mark out with a pen and a ruler, 15 by 15. So it's gonna be a square, and then you're just gonna cut it out. Is anybody doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Cut the whole t-shirt, the front and the back. You'll make 2 of them. So we're just gonna cut it. Don't worry if it's not exactly straight, because you're gonna end up folding it anyway. Okay, so once you're done cutting it, you're gonna end up with 2 squares. You're gonna put one to the side, because this is gonna be able to make 2 masks. Then you're gonna take the 1 square, you're gonna fold it in half, make a triangle, just like that.
They're still cutting.
Is everyone still cutting? Everyone is still cutting. So I'll wait a couple of seconds when you're done. Okay, so we're gonna fold it into a triangle like this. And then we're gonna fold the pointed edge towards the middle. And then we're gonna fold it over again. So that's what it's gonna look like. I'll give you a couple of seconds to finish cutting and to fold. And get your hair ties ready or your rubber bands, because that's what we're gonna use next. All right, is everybody done folding and cutting?
Somebody say wait.
Okay, I'll wait a couple more seconds. Are we all done? Okay, so once we have our 1/2 of the t-shirt folded, we're gonna put it this way, vertical. And then we're gonna take our hair tie and we're gonna start rolling it on the ends. I'll go slow so that everybody could catch up if you're not up to this part yet. And make sure when you roll it, when you're rolling it, that you pull on it a little bit so that the t-shirt doesn't get stuck. Stuck in the hair tie. So you're gonna roll it and you're gonna pull on it. And you're gonna do this with both sides. And you'll be able to measure it. If it's too big or too small, you'll be able to unroll it once you put it on your face. So we'll do that to the other side now. Once it gets thicker, that's when you should start pulling the hair tie out a little bit.
Mary said to slow down.
Okay. So I'm just gonna unroll this a little bit just to show you again how to roll it up. So roll it and then pull a little bit on the hair tie or the rubber band, whichever one you chose. Just so that it doesn't get stuck and you can keep rolling. Okay, how's everyone doing? Everyone got it? So that's our first face mask. Now you just put it on. Mine right now is actually a little bit too big, so I have to roll it again. You just have to measure it with your face. Okay. So that's how, I don't know if you can hear me, but that's our first face mask. And you could always fix it here so it covers your mouth. I did it too small this time. And that's our first face mask. And out of one t-shirt, you can make 2 of them. You can make them smaller or longer, smaller for a child's face, longer for an adult's face. And you can just, when you're done, you can just pop them in the washing machine and fold it again for next time. So nice and reusable. Okay, so you can actually use that same t-shirt you just used because we are going to make our next one out of the sleeve. If you're using a short sleeve, we're gonna cut it out of the sleeve. So I'm just gonna wait a couple of seconds till everyone gets ready and has their next thing ready. Is everyone ready? I can't see them, so you need to let me know. Okay, everyone's ready? Okay, so we're gonna cut along the seam of the t-shirt. I'm gonna go slow so that everybody can catch up. We don't have to measure anything here. Okay. Once we have that aside, we're gonna put the t-shirt aside, but we are gonna need to use other parts of that later. So we're gonna take this and you're gonna fold it. It's gonna look like this at first. You're gonna fold it like this so the seam is in the middle. Try and make that straight. And then next, we're just gonna fold these sides in. We'll do it one at a time. And we're gonna make 7 cuts along the side. It's not measured, just make sure they're separate because we're gonna run a piece of fabric through it. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did 6 because 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I couldn't fit 7. So whatever you're able to fit. You can use child's t-shirt as well. So it's smaller to make for a child. We're gonna do the same thing on this side, fold it over and make 6 to 7 cuts on the side. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now you're gonna take it and you're gonna flip it over. And the little holes that we have here, we are gonna run a string through it. So take your t-shirt that you already used. You could cut another piece of the side here, the bottom, whatever works better for you. I'm gonna use the bottom. So I cut halfway down the t-shirt for a string, or you can cut the length of the side of the arm that we just cut off. It doesn't have to be a straight cut. You're gonna cut it and then you're gonna cut this in half. And then you're gonna pull it to make it longer. And you need 2 of those, 1 for each side. How's everyone doing? Do we have our parts cut out? Our strings pulled? Okay, so now we're just gonna thread them through, in, over, just thread it through. Thread it through the holes. You're gonna do the same thing on the other side. I start from underneath, but I don't think it really makes a difference. If you want, you can cut this part off so you don't have that seam there, but it doesn't really make a difference. Okay, so it should look like this right now. Does everybody have that? I'll wait a couple of minutes or seconds, not minutes. Is everyone done? Okay, I'll keep waiting. So we cut slits on the side and we thread the strings through. And we should have 2 sides here. And remember, these are all washable. Wear them once at the store, put them in the washing machine. Okay, so now you're gonna take the sides and you're gonna tie them. Just pull a little bit on the strings first. Just like that. You're gonna tie the sides. And if it's too big or too small, you could always adjust it. And if you're making ones for children, you should use a child-sized t-shirt so that it fits on their face better. I already have one that I already pre-made to my face. Just like this. And there we go. We have another face mask. This is good because you could always put another layer in here, paper towel or something, just to protect you more from any viruses or anything going through the mask. But it's fine by itself, but if you want to feel extra protected, you could put something inside there. That's what it looks like, and you could always adjust it, fix the strings to fit your face. And that's our second mask. Easy to do, machine washable. I'll give everybody a second just to finish up on that one. And then we are gonna go on to the easiest one, I think, making a mask out of leggings. We need some music in between here so it's not so blah. Okay, so everybody get out your pair of leggings. I have these. These actually happen to be LuLaRoe leggings, but any leggings will work because they're super stretchy. So for this, you're gonna take the leg of the legging and you're gonna measure it to your face. So you're gonna take it from ear to ear and make sure you hold it where it ended because that's where you're gonna cut. So I already marked this for where it falls on my face. Measure it that way. And then you're gonna cut. These pants are good because they already have lines on them for me to follow. This is actually gonna be one mask. So you can take this and you can measure out a couple of them on your leggings that you don't use anymore. Now for this, I'm actually gonna cut off the seam on the side here. Don't worry about thinking it's gonna be smaller because you measured it to your face. These are super stretchy and they will fit towards your face. So then next we're gonna take, you don't really have to measure it, but you're gonna take out 2 rectangles on each side, only one part of the legging. You're not gonna cut through both pieces, just one. About, let's see, I'm gonna say cut about 1.5 inches in. You can measure that, or so you're gonna cut here. Remember, only cut one piece. And then you're gonna cut down. My scissors are not cooperating with me. Okay. And then you're gonna cut this piece off. And then you're gonna do the same to the other side. Just gonna cut this seam off. Then cut across again. Once again, my scissors are not cooperating. Okay. Now you're gonna fold it in half. I'm gonna wait for everybody to get to this part. And by the way, when you cut the legs off your leggings, you can use them as shorts to wear under dresses. So it's not a total waste of your pants. Okay. Next step, we're gonna fold it over, just like this. And then make sure you feel for where the double part of the fabric is. So you'll be able to feel the thicker part. You're just gonna take the scissor and you're gonna cut a triangle in the middle from the thick part of the fabric to the end. So you're just gonna cut a triangle here. Not too big, because this is actually where it's gonna hook on your ears. So that's one side. And we're gonna do the same thing over here. I'm feeling for the thick part of the fabric, and this is the end. So we kind of wanna, doesn't have to be perfect, towards the middle here. Should have sharpened my scissors before I did this, or bought a new pair, because scissors are not cooperating with me. Okay. This is what it should look like. This doesn't have to be perfect, the cutting, because it's going over your ears, and it's gonna be stretched. Once again, inside here is a pocket. You can add an extra layer of protection so that you just feel better. And then, so now we're gonna take this and we're just gonna hook it over our ear here and over here. And that's it. That's the last one. That is our last mask, the easiest one. And like I said, when you're done cutting up the legs of the pants, you can always use them as shorts under a dress. I'm gonna do the first one over again. It's the one with the hair ties and the triangle parts of the t-shirt. So it was 15 inches by 15-inch cut on the t-shirt. And we have the square. Everybody wants to get their square back out from that t-shirt just so we can fold over and redo that one. I'm gonna cut off the little part I have there. Okay, so once we have that, our square, we're gonna fold it into a triangle. It's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna line up perfectly, but you're gonna bring it corner to corner. And then once we do that, we're gonna fold, you take the one corner about 1/3 in the middle of the t-shirt, fold it up that way, and then you're gonna fold it again over that way. This has a lot of layers, so you won't need to add anything to it for extra protection because there's lots of layers. To make it larger, you're just gonna make the folds a little bit, well, the first fold a little bit smaller, just so you have a little bit more coverage. Just like that. You can actually measure it to make sure it's gonna fit over your nose and mouth. So I'm gonna actually make it a little bit bigger. So that this part is over your nose and your mouth. You could actually use a bandana for this as well, and you don't have to cut it. You just have to fold it in the same ways. But a lot of us have t-shirts that we're not using at home, so this is an easy, reusable way to make a mask. So now we're gonna take the hair ties again, or rubber band. We are gonna roll it into, don't worry about it being too thick because you just have to pull the hair tie as you roll it. Just like that. And that's one side. Now we're gonna do the other side. Make sure the roll is tight because you don't want it to come loose while you're wearing it. How's everyone doing on the rolling? If you want me to go back on that, let me know. Raise your hand, thumbs up. Okay. So we're gonna roll it. See how far it goes, and then my hair is in the way. And that's the first mask again. It has plenty of layers to keep you safe from the virus. And like I said, you can roll it more or less depending the width of your face. And then when you're done, you can just pop it in the washing machine. And that's it. Those are our face masks. We made 3 of them. They're all machine washable. Like I said, these 2 masks, you can put a layer in between, an extra layer if you want extra protection, but that's up to you. I think it's good with the 2 layers by itself. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and have a great night. Bye-bye.